and has brought a ton of new opportunity, a ton of new eyeballs, and more money to the sport. So instead of downplaying the magnitude of who she is and what she's brought, enjoy the ride and take advantage of the ride.
Caitlin Clark just won Time's Athlete of the Year, but instead of celebrating, she's facing a storm of criticism from unexpected places you won't believe who's stepping up to defend her. And it's not who you'd expect. NBA champ are rushing to Clark's defense, and their words are lighting up the internet. But here's the real shocker. Where's the WNBA in all this? Get ready for a story that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about women's basketball. Are you ready? Let's go.
First of all, she's unbelievable talent. You know, the things that she's doing is great in her own right. She's creating her own space, she's doing her own.
Let's first give some quick context before we jump straight into words of our NBA champs. Just when we thought Caitlin Clark's Time Athlete of the Year award would be a slam dunk for women's basketball, an unexpected critic emerged from within the WNBA's own ranks. Sheila Johnson, co-owner of the Washington Mystics and a titan in the business world, appeared in a CNN interview that left fans scratching their heads.
Right now, to have a moment of silence for Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson, who suggested that the WNBA as a whole should have been on the cover of Time magazine instead of just Caitlin Clark, who graced the cover last week, which is probably some of the stupidest.
Johnson argued that the entire WNBA deserved the recognition, not just Clark. When you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings, she said, seemingly dismissing the Iowa Stars' incredible impact. But here's where things get messy. Johnson's comments touched on the sensitive issue of race in sports recognition. She expressed concern for players of color who, in her view, are equally talented, but often overlooked. I feel really bad, Johnson stated.
Structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented, and they never got the recognition that they should have. And I think right now it is time.
Facts: Clark's games have been breaking attendance records left and right. The buzz around her has skyrocketed viewership for women's basketball. It's hard to ignore the positive influence she's had on the sport's popularity. As this controversy unfolds, some unexpected voices are stepping up to defend Clark, and trust me, you won't believe who's coming to her rescue. NBA champions are about to enter the chat, and they've got some strong words for Clark's critics. Clip 5. You've heard the critics, now meet the defenders. When NBA champions Matt Barnes and Trevor Ariza speak up, listen. But what could these seasoned pros possibly have to say about a college phenom turned WNBA rookie? Their words are about to send shockwaves through the basketball world.
Ratings continue to drop over 30% as they try to figure out who is going to fill the shoes of LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry. The WNBA has a golden goose sitting in their league and it's gotten better, but has done everything to kind of discredit the momentum and eyeballs she's brought.
Former NBA player with a championship ring isn't just talking basketball. He's laying down some hard truths about Caitlin Clark in the WNBA on his podcast. Barnes didn't mince words.
Attendance was in 2 games the Caitlin team played against the Mystics. The Sparks, the Aces, the Mystics, the Dream, all moved games when Fever came in town because of the attention that Caitlin and her teammates have drawn that last season. Fever's jersey sales was up 1,000% and attendance was up 250%. And they had the largest attendance on average per year, just over 17,000 per year.
Didn't stop there. He took aim at the WNBA itself, calling out the league for what he sees as a major missed opportunity.
Clark deserves all the flowers. I think she took a lot of and a lot of skeptics coming into the league, as she should. Like, she had to really prove herself. Missed out on the Olympic opportunity, and really had a lot of hard knocks early on in the season where she was getting beat up and her teammates were just watching her. I think the camaraderie in that locker room grew, and that team started playing together and made the playoffs, made a nice little run, and had a solid season.
to Barnes, the WNBA has a golden goose in Clark, but instead of embracing her star power, they've done everything to kind of discredit the momentum and eyeballs she has brought to this game. It's a bold statement from an NBA veteran essentially accusing the WNBA of fumbling what could be a game-changing moment for women's basketball.
Has, if you look at it, done everything you're supposed to do, and has been criticized along every step of the way. Again, she's damned if she does, and she's damned if she doesn't.
But Barnes isn't alone in his defense of Clark. Trevor Arza, another NBA champion, has joined a conversation backing up Barnes's take. Arza sees something special in Clark, comparing her impact to that of legendary players like Larry Bird. It's not just about her skills on the court, it's about her ability to captivate audiences and bring new fans to the sport.
They're doing an amazing job with, like you said, telling the story, and the players are actually doing their thing when they get there too. You know, like you mentioned, these couple of players, but Caitlin being the one that we're speaking about right now, she is kicking everybody's ass, really.
The significance of these NBA stars stepping up for Clark can't be overstated. These aren't just any players, they're champions, respected voices in the basketball world. When they speak, both fans and industry insiders pay attention. Their support is shining a spotlight on the disconnect between Clark's popularity and the criticism she's facing from within her own league. Barnes drove this point home, highlighting the historical significance of Clark's achievements. When you see the people say it's not just her, there's other players, and again, we're not dist, we understand the depth of talent in that league, but when you also see the numbers that back up the fact that Caitlin has a huge effect. Caitlin Clark is responsible for nearly 27% of the WNBA's league-wide activity in 2024, including attendance 1 in 6 tickets sold at the WNBA arena. Attributed to Caitlin Clark, TV viewership was up 33%. TV viewership was up 300% with Caitlin Clark. It's a clear message: Clark isn't just good for herself or her team, she's good for women's basketball as a whole. This unexpected alliance between NBA champions and a WNBA phenom is shifting the narrative. It's no longer just about Clark's individual achievements or the debate over her Time Athlete of the Year award. These NBA players are raising bigger questions about how women's basketball markets its stars and whether the WNBA is fully capitalizing on the excitement Clark brings to the game. Congratulations, you know they continue to push the game to the next level, and you look at where the NBA was and now where the NBA is at now. And although everyone doesn't agree with the style of play, these guys have taken it to the next level as far as the business of basketball. And I think that's what Caitlin will affect, is the business of women's basketball, man. So we wish them the best. Definitely excited to see these upcoming seasons and these women continue to do their thing. As Barnes and Aries comments circulate, they're sparking conversations beyond just Clark's skills on the court. They're pushing people to think about the broader implications for women's sports, athlete marketability, and the future of the WNBA. But this is just the beginning. Another respected voice from the NBA world is about to weigh in, and his perspective might just change everything. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark for being named Time Athlete of the Year. I get why people are so upset. I'm a basketball player and a basketball fan. There are a lot of dynamics and a lot of layers to this thing when it deals with Caitlin Clark, but I will say that this is just my opinion. It's certain people, I don't care if you're black, white, I'm Spanish, I'm from Europe, it doesn't matter, that have it that draw something okay. And Kate is one of those. Jim Jackson, a former NBA star turned analyst, is stepping into the fray with his own take on Clark's impact. His insights are about to add a whole new dimension to this debate, diving deep into the complexities of marketability